The wind howled through the barren branches, their skeletal silhouettes swaying against the flickering glow of the streetlights. Wet leaves skittered across the cracked pavement, carried by each restless gust. Aydin sat hunched on a worn-out bench, shoulders slumped, breath uneven. The glow of his phone screen lit up his pale face, reflecting messages he wished he could unsee. Your rent is due in 2 days. Insufficient funds in your account. He locked the screen and shoved the phone into his jacket pocket. His fingers were numb, but the coldest part of him was inside. Everything felt pointless. Hours had passed since his job interview, yet his phone remained silent. After months of relentless applications, he was still unemployed. His mother had called the week before, her voice trembling with worry. "Are you okay? Do you need anything?" Aydin had lied, as he always did. "I'm fine, Mom." The words tasted bitterer each time he said them. And today, the final blow. His best friend had stormed out after a heated argument, the kind that leaves wounds words can't heal. Aydin had lashed out in anger, spitting words he couldn't take back. Now he sat alone, staring into the darkness, whispering to himself, "I can't do this anymore. The harder I try, the worse it gets." Then a voice, steady, gentle yet resolute, pierced through the night. "Why do you let what is beyond your control steal your peace?" Aydin's heart jumped. He snapped his head up, eyes widening at the figure on the adjacent bench. An old man sat there, his beard white as snow, wearing simple, ancient-looking clothes. His eyes, however, were timeless, like they had seen centuries pass and yet remained unshaken. Aydin said, Who are you?" Marcus said, smiling. "Perhaps the better question is why you are here, sitting in a storm, drowning in despair." Aydin bitterly answered, "Because I have nowhere else to go." Marcus said, "I am Marcus. You might have heard of me. But names are unimportant. What matters is why you feel like life is against you." Aydin said, "Because it is. I can't find a job. I'm broke. I lost my best friend. My future is a black hole. It feels like the universe is crushing me." Marcus slowly rose to his feet and extended his hand. He said, "Walk with me. A restless mind thinks better in motion." The rain softened to a drizzle as they walked beneath the canopy of trees. Marcus said nothing, waiting for Aydin to break the silence. Aydin said, "You don't understand. I keep trying, but nothing works." Marcus asked, "Do you believe effort only matters if it brings the outcome you desire?" Aydin replied, "Of course. Why try if I'm just going to fail?" Marcus paused, looking up at the sky as raindrops slid down his weathered face. Marcus said, "Your suffering doesn't come from the world's events, but from your judgment of them." Aydin laughed bitterly and asked, "So my pain is my fault?" Marcus answered, "Not a fault, but the source of your pain lies in your mind. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a farmer who tills his land, plants seeds, and waters them diligently. Then a storm comes and destroys half his crops. Was his work meaningless?" Aydin said, "I guess not, but he still lost part of his harvest." Marcus said, "True, but the soil is now richer and the remaining crops grow stronger. The farmer controls his labor, not the weather. Your duty is to sow effort, not guarantee results." Aydin stared at the ground, raindrops splashing into puddles. They reached a small, swollen river. The water, muddied and wild, rushed over rocks and roots. Marcus said, "Look at this river. It flows no matter what blocks its path. Does it stop for obstacles?" Aydin said, "No, it just finds another way." Marcus said, "Life is the same. Obstacles are part of the journey, not the end of it. When life blocks your path, maybe it's guiding you toward a different one." Aydin said, "But sometimes it feels like everything is against me, like life is just cruel." Marcus's eyes softened, heavy with memories. He said, "I was emperor of Rome, yet I couldn't prevent my children from dying in my arms. I couldn't stop betrayals or escape the grip of disease. Power didn't shield me from life's trials. But I learned that true peace comes from accepting what we can't control." Aydin asked, "How did you survive all that?" Marcus replied, Every morning I reminded myself, today I may face pain, loss, or injustice. Expecting life's storms made them less terrifying when they arrived. He turned to Aydin, voice low but unwavering, said, "When pain comes, you can turn it into a tool for growth." Let me give you an example. Marcus said, "Imagine an athlete who trains daily but loses the competition. Was his effort wasted? Or did he become stronger, faster, more disciplined?" Failure is a teacher, Aydin said, but failure is exhausting. Marcus said, exhaustion is natural, but rising again, even after 100 falls, makes you more resilient. Picture a carpenter working on a stubborn piece of wood. Every chisel stroke is met with resistance, but with persistence, the rough block transforms into a masterpiece. Life chisels us with hardship, shaping us into something greater. By the time they circled back to the bench, the rain had stopped. The clouds parted, and the first golden rays of dawn kissed the wet leaves. Marcus said, "You have a choice, Aydin. Every morning you can decide to release your grip on the future and simply do your best in the present. And that choice, that freedom, is your greatest power." Aydin lifted his gaze to the sky. His chest still ached, but beneath the heaviness, something small flickered, a fragile ember of hope. Aydin asked, "Even if I can't fix everything, it's still worth continuing?" Marcus replied, "Yes, because life's worth lies, not in never falling, but in rising every time you do. Every small step, every breath taken in defiance of despair, shapes you." They walked in silence, the first light of day breaking the remnants of the night. And for the first time in weeks, Aydin felt like maybe, just maybe, there was still light to find.